So Josh, let's talk about what you guys are up to, a little overview and where things are. What would you characterize as sort of the editorial approach of video here at the FT?
Well, I think, it's interesting, the FT, we are infinitely smaller outfit, video-wise, to the likes of Sky or the BBC, and so we have to operate in a very different way. I mean, for us, it's all about niche, and our niche really is not news. It's really what do our people think about the news out there. That's why people want to come to FT Video, and that's really the way I'll all think about almost any of the videos we do. Occasionally a video will generate some news. We, like many others, did interview Michael Woodford, the former head of Olympus, about the various corrupt wrongdoings going on at the organisation, and that did drive some news headlines from that particular interview. Similarly, we did an interview recently with the head of RBS, the chairman of RBS, Sir Philip Hampton. Again, some news lines came out of that. So it's very important whether we're talking to our own big names, the likes of our editor Lionel Barber, Gillian Tett, Martin Wolf, Philip Stevens. These are the names that people want to hear their views on the world. Similarly, we get the big names out there, we want to hear their views as well. So, you know, we do have a lot of talking heads, but we know our audience like talking heads, and in a certain sense I'm very driven by the metrics. You talk about what engages our viewers, and I look at that very religiously, and I'm partly interested in the number of views we have, but in fact I'm also interested really in how many people watch to the end, or at least, you know, a majority watching to the end. That really obsesses me, and it is interesting, you know, you talk about the tsunami, but in fact the video that our audience watched the best last year was an interview with a stock market historian about the S&P. It's an 11-minute video. I mean, that's long on the web, you know. Yeah. In my view, most people fall asleep after 3.5 minutes, but most people watch this video to the end, and it got a huge number of hits. It's quite extraordinary. And it relates to another theme, which is less editorial, but you know, the FT's video, in fact, is free to view. It doesn't sit behind our paid content wall. Perhaps people don't know that. But I think we want to go a lot further in terms of this whole process of discoverability. Somebody in an earlier session from Taboola talked about content being king. Well, certainly that's how I regard the choices I make with video. But as he said, it's you've got to have a kingdom to be a king, and we're looking for those kingdoms out there. And discoverability is very important. And so when things go viral, when they go through Facebook, when they go on Twitter, when they're discovered, that is really exciting. And strangely, this video last year with our stock market historian clearly did go viral for some reason, and that's how that works. But I think what's nice about our videos, we don't just do talking heads.
When you say talking heads, do you mean the reporters or the subjects, or how do you?
Well,
you say?
What I mean by that is we'll do quite a lot in our studio here at the FT downstairs, where we'll talk to our leading writers, whether that's Martin Wolf or Philip Stevens or Lana Barber or Gillian Tett. Similarly, so that's what I mean by it. Mm-hmm. Similarly, we'll bring in people from outside, and we will talk to them in a very similar format. So, you know, it is two people talking in a room, but it can be incredibly effective if you know your audience. However, I know our audience is not just interested in that, and we have an incredible range of features from our video team, which is a very small video team. I mean, it's under 10 people across the world, and in fact, it's only really 7 or 8 producers, active producers. We have some great videos from China. One about how the Chinese middle class is embracing the car dream and going off in the caravans and camping. To videos from the village of Wukan in China, where it was protesting against illegal land seizures. Very popular. Similarly, from America, we've had videos about poverty in Las Vegas, Russian skinheads. We bring our team together to look at graduates age 22, where they're going in year 2012. So I think sometimes our features fight harder to get the audience, but they do in fact get an audience, and when people watch, they engage.